Well, before I start this video, continuation of the Jaguar IRS, it's September the 11th. You all know that date. You all know it was 20 years ago that those cowardly bastards attacked civilians. I wish every one of them to burn in hell. No, not the civilians, the people that attacked us. We all remember where we were. We all remember that horrible day. I lived in England for many years under the terror of the IRA. That was bad enough. But what these cowardly assholes did, the Taliban, there are no words to describe my anger for those people. So people, never ever forgive them, never ever forget that day in 2001. The first responders that sacrificed their lives, and all those poor people that worked in that tower. I know people that worked there. I have never even looked at the names of those that lost, because I'm sure I'll see some people that I know and I was friends with. So I raise a glass to you all. To all the first responders, thank you. And to all of those who lost loved ones, your good health. And government, get your finger out of your ass and pay these people what they deserved, because it was you that caused the problem. And get rid of that current idiot who has just walked away from Afghanistan. Cheers. Now back to the cars. Alright, I believe I covered this in a previous video, but I'm going to do it again. I've got so many of these cups, and I try and match them up as best I can. Note that there's a slight ridge there, which means that goes on the inside. And it's odd, some go in and out, and some go out and out. I think in and out is preferable, and that's what I'm doing, unless it's really struggling to be out, in and out, and then I'll go out and out. And what I mean by that is, you know, one goes on the outside and on the outside, whereas this one's going to go one on the inside, one on the outside, and then we'll get the jubbly clip on there. Yes, I know I pronounced it wrong. I used to have a thing called a jubbly when I was a kid. Jubblies. They were like orange, I want to say a pyramid, but it wasn't. It was that in one end, and then when you got to the other end, it was that. Kind of neat. Stupid little things. Well, little, they weren't actually little. They were like orange juice or tropical flavour. Don't think they cost much. Don't remember, to be honest. I think I probably had $1 or $2 to spare. $1. Ah, sorry, it was a penny or two in those days. Alright, let's see what we can do here. See if I can find the hole, make me holes line up. Not always easy, but sometimes you have to run a drill through to get it right. There we go, that's that one. And that looks like that'll be that one, which is great. So let's crank it down. Don't you hate that when that clip gets in the way? Pow! Excuse me, you're going to have to look at my armpit. That's where you can tell I'm Italian, I have a hairy armpit. That's how you can tell an Italian jet. There are hairs under the arm, under the wings. Now let's see what we can do here to line these babies up. Well, that one doesn't look too far off. You know, and these things ain't going to be perfect. Let's face it, it's under the car, you're never ever going to see them, but you want to try and make it as nice as you can. Maybe nice is the wrong word. Let's see. Can I get that one to go in there? It is really... Ooh, it's close. It's not really on the line. I try to get it in the hole. I don't think I'm going to have to put the drill through there. Madre mia. Why have I gone Italian all of a sudden? Or as some Americans say, Italian. Pronunciation. It's always different, isn't it? I might be able to push that through. Let me try. You might want to look the other way because I'm not sure if I can get this to go in the hole. As the actress said to the bishop. Nope, that's not going to work. Although, maybe I could tap her through. We cried in unison. Unison! If you don't like my humour, ain't there the shame? Let me see. Because everything moves. All this because I didn't want to run the drill through there, but doesn't look like I have a choice. I can't quite get it through. It's just, it's a gnat's cock off. Gnat's cock off. That sounds like a Russian composer. Gnat's cock off. Or maybe a ballerina. Oh, maybe I can. Oh, hang on a minute. I've had a thought, boys, girls. And again, don't know if this is going to work. I'm just trying to avoid drilling it. It's a tight hole. It's like a virgin. No, not a Madonna. She no virgin. She born non-virgin. Why I use all these silly accents? Cause I can. Now, give it up, Gary. I've got to give it up. And who sang that? I've got to give it up. That stuff. Oh, I'm still got one more thing I want to try. Last chance. All because I don't want to drill it. Drill it, drill it. Put some hair around it, Gary. Oh gosh, look, it's in. Why, you may ask yourselves, didn't he just drill the fucking hole? Well, because then it takes the powder coating off, and that's an area for rust, and I didn't want to do that. Now, here, as you can see, is my nipple. I know you like to see my nipples, and there it is. So I now need to turn this and line my nipples. So that's where it's got to go, and that's where the plug will go. Now all I need to do is get the jubbly clip and put it on there. Now this one is that tight? No, it's not tight. Oh, goody. Oops, whoa, I turned me thingy. I shouldn't have turned it. I've got to turn that back now to line my grease nipple up. So let me line my grease nipple up. Where is it on this one? Ah, there it is. Right. So, oh, I have a rivet still to put in there. Ah, this must be one that, yeah, that really didn't line up too well. I don't think there's anything I can do about that other than re-drill it, which is not what I wanted to do because, as I mentioned, it takes the powder coat off. Yeah, it's just, well, let me try, but I don't think I'll succeed. No, it's just way too far off. Alright, so I'm going to have to re-drill that one. Let me check the others. Yeah, and the same here. I'm going to have to re-drill this one, which is a shame, but there you go. I'll put a little diddly-dabbly grease on there. So let me get my drill, get set up, get those holes drilled, get that riveted. I'll be back. Right, as can be seen now, I've got this one riveted and lined up the hole with the grease nipple. Whether that will ever be needed or not is debatable. And my next thing, I've lined this one up with the grease nipple again. Although, I'll tell you what, to be honest, whenever I'm doing these, I always undo this clip and pull the shield out of the way and then pump them full of grease. It's just easier. But hey, it's there. Now, you'll see I've got this clip on this way around. This other clip, I'm going to put on the other way around and directly opposite this. Does it make a great deal of difference? Probably not. Maybe I'm just an anal little fuck. Because I figure, well, the weight of that there and the weight of this here, maybe they counterbalance, counteract each other. I must admit, I really don't think it makes a lot of difference. It's just one of those little quirks, one of those little things that I do. Let me take the tripod and show you. So this one's here on the underneath, and this one's here on the top. Well, the top underneath, you know, that's irrelevant. But there you go. So now the next thing for me to do, let me put you over here again, and let me go and grab the next piece in line. Ah, yes, it's a big ass motherfucker. But let me move this one out of the way. Gently place it there. Now, what I gotta do, excuse me making strange noises, is I have to put this on. And this is the that one, right where, yeah, right where the camera is. So let me put this down because it's fucking heavy. So my next task is to put in the shim on the hub here, then slide the shaft in with some blue Loctite, not red, blue, and get that set on there. But prior to doing that, I really want to lift this differential up, and it's fucking heavy, as you know, so I'm going to have to use my engine hoist to lift it up, put a block of wood underneath so it gives me room to play without damaging my nipples. And I don't like my nipples to be damaged. I would say I like them to be sucked and kissed, but I don't think they're connected to me. At least that's what my wife says. Hers are, but mine aren't. Right, so let me get set up for that, and then I will, let me grab you by the throat here. You see what I mean? This is so low here. I just want to raise this up a little bit, put it on a block of wood, and then I can attach this. Every time I attach a piece, it gets heavier and heavier. I'm just waiting for one hub to arrive, and when that arrives, I can get the other side set up and get that on, and then I can give the customer the good news that his part is ready, and then give him the bad news that he's got to give me some money. This has been going on for so long. I do apologize to the customer who hopefully is watching this video. It's been a delay because of parts, a delay because of tools, a delay because of defective parts. It's gone on way longer than it should have done in my book, but it was out of my hands. And you know, I had to get things powder coated, and that caused another delay. And talking of that, over there, as you can see, are the parts ready for the next rear end, and I will be starting on that as soon as I get this other one finished. So wish me luck, because that's another major project, and I got to go in surgery on October 6th, so for a while I'm going to be a one-arm bandit working on this. May not be quite as fast as I want it to be, but I'm ahead of the game. I've got those pieces powder coated, they're ready, so it shouldn't be too bad. It's just well, we'll do our damnedest. Just to give you an idea, because of the weight of this thing, this is what I did. I used some rope because it doesn't damage anything. You can use straps, don't use chains. You scratch things to fuck. I mean, it's very hard not to scratch anything, you know, and I've got a couple of scratches I've done on these shafts, which I've tried to avoid, but it can't be helped. Then I've put a couple of blocks of 2x4. Well, in England it would be a 2x4. In America they cheat you. I think it's like 3 and a bit by 1 and a bit. Mean buggers, don't even give you a piece of 2x4. And that caught me out when I started to build things over here, and I was thinking 2x4 and discovered they cheat. Alright, so there it is now. We're just going to take the final pressure off, let it rest, and now I can bring in the next piece that I want to try and line up, and this is going to be fun, I can tell you that. I'll film it, and all I can say is you guys are in for a bloody good laugh as I struggle trying to get this fucking thing in, because there's so many pieces. It's a nightmare. I'm hoping I can use a dummy shaft. I really would like to do it the other way up, and the only reason I can't is because of these parking brake mechanisms, so I can't flip the differential over. If I find it impossible to do this the way I want, then I will have to remove these handbrake mechanisms, or put some 4x2s here, I guess, to prevent that from being damaged. You don't want to damage that. Alright, let's see how it goes. I'm going to try with it this way first of all. If that doesn't work, then we will see. Now, I think I probably covered this in a previous episode, but just to show you now what we have to do. These look nice like that, don't they? Until you do that. And you discover that there is 1, 2, 3, 4 parts to each, what shall we say? I would say washer, but that's really a little generous. And then also in the middle you have the spacer there, which has to go in. So it's not as uncomplicated as you might think, because you have to get it in here with this rod, which is an exact fit, but this all goes on the outside here. Now that rod, or sorry, sleeve, fits exactly in here, and these go all here. So you got this lot here, then this lot obviously on the outside. So the easy part, of course, is, you know, you take these off, and then you've only got to line these others up. Only got to line them up. Oh boy, oh boy. So it's going to be fun. I'm going to set you up in a different angle, and then hopefully you'll get some idea of the pain in the ass that it is. Looking at this, I may have to take this. In fact, no, sorry, I am going to take this powder coat off of here, because otherwise that's going to mess things up. So let's get that done. All right, we move on. As you can see, I have a piece of tape here that says 132. Let me just remove that piece of tape now, because I know the number. And right here, I have a 132. Well, actually, it's a 133. But we're not going to bitch about that, because I couldn't get it in a 132. That goes there. then this nut and washer falls off, and then the shaft drops. Heel, buddy. Where did my nut go? Oh, there it is. Now what I have to do is get the shaft in there at the same time as I get, oh my god, this piece in here, and that's going to be fun, isn't it? So let's remove these off the ends because they will just be in the way. Don't lose them because they're kind of important. Okay, let's put that there. Do the same on this end. Now let's pull the shaft out. Yes, it's got to come out. I know it sucks. There you go. I'm sorry about that. Let me, actually tell you what, let me slip that over there. That way I know I won't forget it.
Forget about it.
Okay. Now, just laugh along with Gary, okay? As he struggles with all the component parts. Believe me, this is not easy. Keep all those together, including the little spacey. So, do the same here. So this is a get shit lined up. This is precision fit here, guys, so everything has to be exact, otherwise it says go fuck yourself, pal, you ain't coming through here. Right, now there we are. Now the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to slap this baby full of copper grease, and well, you may go, oh, you don't need that. Well, you fucking well do in my book, and if you disagree, that's your choice. So where is my copper grease? Here it is. And this is where you get nasty. You get covered in this stuff, but that's okay. Why am I covering it in copper grease? Because copper is a natural lubricant, and it will hopefully help prevent problems in the future. Now, how are we going to play this? Well, that has definitely got to be there. I'm going to feed this from one side. This is tricky because I've got to do it at the same time as I put it in there. Let me put this down a second because I'm very beefy. And I need to move it in. Sorry, I've got to turn the camera off because I'm going to knock shit over. Let me come back when I've manoeuvred this. Sorry, back in a sec.